On the right side of the map now, our Slayers player in the red. Starting on Antigua Shipyard at 3 o'clock is Puzzle. And his opponent starting to the left for the Prime team is Creator. Down a game against his opponent. The second round of Code A. Let's see how it's going to fare on Antigua Shipyard, what kind of strategy he's deciding to use here. Blink Stalkers are very common on this map. You can also just start with the normal robotics expand. So yeah, that's going to be an interesting match, and we have Creator down a game. And well, we talked about it a little bit earlier that most people say that okay, they are evenly matched in this game, but I actually thought that Creator had a bit of an advantage here, and thought he would be able to take Puzzle down. So yeah,
I thought that, I mean, based on what I'd seen from Creator in the past, I thought he would have a slight edge here. His build last game, I think, was safer and in a lot of ways better than Puzzle's. But with how things turned out, he did not have the micro that he needed. His, you know, like we said before, it's like sometimes a small percentage is about builders and luck, and the small percentage is about the actual skill. And it turned out that in the real battle that mattered, Puzzle microed better, his units were in a better position.
He just sniped those two Immortals so fast, they could not do enough damage, and then he was in a situation where he had Blink Stalkers, he had Immortals, and the Creator could not compete with it.
Creator had, at one point, a better Stalker count than Puzzle. And I didn't talk about this in this game, but something I really wanted to mention, I forgot until this very moment. There was a moment right before his Blink finish, right before Creator's own Blink finish, where he moved forward, and he attacked the Stalkers, and Puzzle was like, oh my god, that's a lot of Stalkers, I don't have my Immortals with me, and he blinked away. But if Creator had moved in aggressively after his Blink was done, and Puzzle tried to blink away, he could have just blinked on top of him, we'd have gotten several Stalkers, and would have gotten hugely ahead as a result, because at that point, Puzzle didn't know he had Blink, or how close Blink was. So if he had just waited and done that a little bit better, I think things could have gone a lot better for him. Now in this game, again, we have Puzzle with a slightly faster second gas, and he will be taking a second gateway as well. Identical build orders so far from both players to what we saw last game.
Yeah, indeed. So they're using exactly the same builds, and well, on Antigua, I really love those Blink Stalker builds. If you use it with a one robotics and you have the observer, which is something that Puzzle did on the last map as well, you have just all this, well, you have the entire area at the side of your base where you can blink up, and you can also just force your opponent to be a little bit more passive, especially if he's going for an expansion build. So Blink Stalkers, I love Blink Stalkers PvP. It's my favorite build and it's my favorite thing to cast. Blink Stalker builds are really amazing. I prefer it a lot over the, well, the...
You don't like the Colossus War? You don't like that?
No, I don't really like the Colossus War. I've seen some epic Colossus matches between White Ra JYP at Assembly, but I really prefer Blink Stalker builds where it's all about micro and about decision making.
You mean by epic, you mean like those matches where like one person made a mothership and the other one didn't? It's the one who made a mothership won? Like, I don't know.
No. They actually went both for motherships, and it was just about positioning, and they had a lot of small fights going on as well. So it's a little bit rare, but that's something that I enjoy as well.
Ooh.
But 4-gate, look at this.
4 gateways coming out here with double gas. This could potentially just be an expansion build. He may wait, make the Nexus, and then use the warp gates. His gateways are going to finish up around the same time as his warp gate research. And Puzzle is actually going for a 2 gateway expand. It feels like with the way Protoss versus Protoss is right now, people are just figuring out, they're like, well, it doesn't matter, I can expand at any moment and try to defend. Like, people are like, well, the 1 gate expands the best way, and then people are like, no, the 3 gate, no, the 1 gate robo expand. Hallucination coming out here for Creator will allow him to warp into his opponent's main, and also will allow him to potentially hallucinate offensive units.
This is exactly what you can do if you don't want to build the robo. If you don't want to have the, if you want to have the vision on the high ground, but you don't want to invest into a robotics, you just get the hallucination upgrade.
I think that the way he's doing this right now, he's going to use it for offensive units. He's going to make fake stalkers, potentially. That could work.
It's something that we see out of Seed sometimes.
Yeah, it's very rare. I actually, when they reduced the build time for hallucination quite significantly, I started doing pushes like that against Zerg. The thing is, even though your hallucinated units seem like it soak up a lot of your opponent's firepower, it actually doesn't do that much for you in a fight because you don't actually do damage with the hallucinations, and it may even trick you as the hallucination user into thinking you're going to win a fight that you're not.
Didn't that kill Idra just recently? I remember a tweet by Moro that half of the army that Idra was facing was actually just hallucinations, and therefore he didn't actually lose the game that he left.
I don't know, I didn't see that one, but
It doesn't matter too much. We can talk about it later because now we have a little bit of action going on. as the expansion is under pressure. Creator is
Now
moving
he
in
can-
here, and he can force field the ramp.
Now he can use the hallucinations just for vision in this case, and if he doesn't lose his sentries,
Just
to,
force field the ramp and kill the expansion.
that was really weird how that battle occurred. He's using the Phoenix now for vision, but I can't believe he lost the sentry. He's actually warped units into the main as well using that hallucination.
Yeah,
it was something I didn't catch. I wasn't expecting him to do that.
He's doing a great job here because
He didn't deal with the last zealot. His probes are dying. He's actually just botching this. Creator is catching Puzzle with his pants down, man.
Puzzle is completely falling apart here.
Yeah, that's the best way to describe it. He's totally falling apart. He's losing so many units in his main base. No, man, warping in 2 zealots against 3 zealots is not enough.
Yeah, that is not going to work at all, even with the Immortal that
Why didn't he
still
just-
has. It's going to die. The Immortal's going to die. That's the GG.
Puzzle. Why didn't he force field the ramp? He's going to lose his Nexus no matter what. Why not just force field the ramp, allow his gateways to take some hits, and kill the zealots that are killing all of his probes? Why didn't he do that? Why didn't he do that, man? There's no blink. How can he have that many stalkers and hallucination and that many sentries and blink?
Wolf's
How
getting
could he have
frustrated
that?
here. It's like, why? Why?
And then after he started to attack the zealots, he like killed all of them but one. Then he was like, well, that one zealot can kill my probes, that's fine, but I don't want 2 zealots to kill my probes. One is okay though. I mean,
Well-
the game from Creator was really cool. It was creative, and he would have gotten ahead even if he didn't just win because he killed the Nexus. But I feel like Puzzle could have done a lot more there. I mean, he could have defended that a lot better, and that's just obvious. I know someone is gonna like go post and go into forums like, I don't know if Wolf can criticize these players for not playing like robots. I'm not sure. But the thing is, guys, he could have played that one a lot better. Everyone makes mistakes, though, and we are going to go into our final game on Entombed Valley, which is another map with a secondary ramp. Not a lot of blink potential here, though.
Yeah, the Troll Forum.
Let's go.
I want to give a shout out to It Happens. It's my personal flamer. I have a personal hater. This is actually great. I have a personal hater. He writes about 80% of the I Hate Kaldor posts on the GOM forum. It happens. You are awesome. You dedicate so much time to hating me. I really appreciate it.
All right, let's jump into Game 3. We'll talk more about this in a little bit. It is going to be the final game between Puzzle and Creator here at the GSL Code.